Everybody knows Karen up north.
Trying a new
Nobody's ever seen Sarah on a hiking adventure. Sarah, you gonna come hiking with us this summer? Why not?
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I don't have any time off.
Oh, well, we'll fix that. And there's
We're going on the 130 kilometers hike.
really? That's my in-laws,
kilometer.
Fritz and Carmen, visiting for the weekend. It was Patrick's grad. All right, Ray, what day is it today?
May 25th.
What are we doing?
Going for a quick kayak run.
Yeah.
And test out a new inflatable one we just got.
So what's in the bag? Actually, there's a dry bag in there, but underneath, we'll show it when we get to the river. So we're just going to float the river in Cochrane, do a few kilometers. So got a rigid kayak and the Packraft in there, 2 paddles, and a couple of life jackets. Sorry, my girl, you can't come. It's going to be a quick trip, and what we're doing is actually yesterday was Patrick's graduation. Everybody's a little tired. We were up late. Family's in town, but Karen has to go do a bit of groceries, so she's going to drop us off on the Bow River where the Highway 22 crosses the Bow, and then by the time I inflate the Packraft and me and Ray take to the water and float down to Spray Lakes, take us an hour, and so she'll go do a bit of groceries during that time. I've never tested this raft, so as I've always said, if you don't go to the bush with new gear without first trying it out or testing it, so this will be the first run of the new Packraft. Right, so we're in town right now. This is Cochrane. This is Highway 22, and this is the Bow River. So we're just going to put it here, and then we're going to float down. So the raft is pretty straightforward. There's 2 chambers in the raft, and they have this interesting. There's a valve in here. If you look, it's actually 2 valves in one. There's a large diameter valve and then the smaller diameter valve. And what you do is you inflate with the large diameter using this airbag, and then after that you finish it off by inflating through the smaller valve using a tube. So the key now is to open the larger valve. So the larger valve is open, and then you attach this airbag. Now I've not inflated it with the bag yet, so apparently when you get good at this, it takes about 3 to 5 minutes to do it. As I could with the bag, and then I closed, after I was done, I closed the main valve. Now all that's left is this secondary valve. It's pretty quick. So we got one inflated, one half the compartment inflated. Now we just got to do the other. And when the wind fills the bag like this, then it's pretty. Go fast today, Ray.
ready? Yeah. I'm trying to not be, but there's no way we're not gonna be. Hey? You good? Feels a little weird. It's not as stable as Ray's kayak, that's for sure. I better paddle to pay attention. Next time I want my back, I think, further. Yeah. That if I was floating down, I want my seat further back, first of all, if I had my big pack in front. And right now, as big as this is, putting a 30-pound pack in the front of this thing would be a little, I don't know what the word is, it wouldn't be problematic, but it wouldn't be the, you need to strap it down. It's incredibly stable. Just me and Ray. Woohoo! I told him last night I felt bad because we left him home for Patrick's grad, so Ray stayed home and it was just the rest of the family. They limit the number of tickets at these events nowadays, so poor Ray had to stay home. So this morning I said, Ray, I'll make it up to you. So me and Ray get a little adventure. What do you think, Ray? Should I get 2 of these? On the water about 30 minutes and I am really impressed. You get used to it. The stability at first feels weird compared to, say, a canoe. I'm much more familiar with canoes. The kayaks are also weird, but this thing is definitely a different sensation. It doesn't feel as stable at first, but you get used to it. And it's just too cold today to really test it and put it through its paces. I mean, it's May 25th and the water is like 0 degrees, but it'll be fun to come back here many times this summer and wearing just shorts, and I'll wear contact lenses. I mean, I don't want to be rolling a kayak right now. I don't want to lose my glasses, but I can come back in the summer and really play with this thing and practice getting in and out, because that's an important skill. You have to be able to roll these things and get back in. Yeah, so far so good. Really impressed. It's going to be a really nice addition to my collection of things, and it's going to give me some really nice new opportunities for hiking. Ray wants to go on the current side, or this. There's going to be rapids on that side. All right. Woohoo! Going under the bridge. Woo! That is it.
It looks pretty shallow over there, but well, she can't be shallow. The river's as high as it gets, and this is the high time. You needed to maneuver to the side, could you? You betcha. Holy, are we ever moving? Okay, we gotta go where that green fence is, Ray. Ray did a better job than me. After the green fence. Drag yours up and come pull me, Ray. That's okay, that's okay, that's okay. Just...
That's pretty cool. Let's re-roll this. How's the water, Ray?
Pretty cold.
Pretty cold. And to haul it out, it's pretty straightforward. Grab your pack and your oar, and then you can grab. It weighs 7 pounds. This thing weighs 7 pounds. Then you just walk back to wherever. Cool. You gonna need a hand, Ray?
I thought I was taping. Now I am.
So then to deep pressure, I mean there's 2 valves, so if you zoom in, this would take forever. That's the little one, but if you turn, and hard to tell, but now it's open, and actually I'll just do open these things. This one.
Want me to put out good? Okay. Push it. I prefer that because this thing is sharp here and I can damage it, so this corner. Close the gate. We're in business.
All right. Always clean your gear when you get home, so. Awesome. I will put it on the deck, let it dry, and then I'll show you how to fold it.
Trip?
Which one did you take down, Ray? The easy one or the hard one?
I'm not sure. There, I got it. Yeah, a little higher. A little higher. There we go. My foot. We got it.
Hang. All right. Today's Monday. It's after work. It's like 6:30 right now. I realized last night when I started compiling the video that I really should show more footage of what it looks like in the water. You know, the footage from my point of view didn't come out, didn't do justice to the kayak. So I want some point. You know, I want to tape it from shore. So me and Ray are just driving down the road. We just left the house. We're driving down the road. There's a pond. You know, in spring, water accumulates in ditches and stuff like that. And there's a large water body not too far from here, about 2 kilometers away. So we're going to look a little silly. We're going to go in the pond, and then Ray's going to paddle, and I'll video Ray in the pond on the kayak. So that's what we're doing right now. Our house is that way. The highway is over there. And this is just a little slough. Right there, it looks like a muskrat. It's not a beaver. I'll give you a wee push and then you should be on your way.
On my butt.
What's that?
I think am I touching the ground? It feels like a little. No, not anymore. Put my feet down. Let me go lick it. I'm coming to those steps.
Come back this way, Ray, so we can see what it looks like before you go too far. I just want to... Looks like it's bending in half. I don't know if the weight should be more towards the middle or if it's because it's not totally inflated. The seat can be adjusted, but that's something we'll have to figure out. Come back this way.
Pull my pants down.
I don't know if it's because it needs more air, but it's got a weird bend to it. I think it's the seats pulling too tight. Alright, so got it back home, cleaned it, put it out in the sun, let it dry a little bit. So open the main valve, not the and then let it air out. Same thing, you press on your finger, you turn counterclockwise. I remember seeing videos of Germans, I think it was in World War I, deflating a Zeppelin. Can you imagine deflating a Zeppelin, something as big as a football field?
the Germans would roll along it, in a whole battalion of guys would just roll, progressively pushing the air. So because the valves on this thing are so big, it tends to want to deflate itself pretty quickly. Now, they say not to store these inflated and not to store them rolled, but I'm just going to show real quick how they say to roll this. So the way to roll it is you kind of bring it to the black there, and then do the same thing on this side. Kind of bring it to the, and then fold it in half. Like that. Sorry, no, first you bring it like this, right? Then you fold it in half. Or did I get it wrong? Let's do it this way. I got it wrong. You do fold it in half, then you fold it in half. There you go. Now you can either just fold it or roll it. I guess I'm doing a bit of a combination, but you get the gist. There's probably a couple of different ways to do it. Actually, I'll put this in here, and I do that. Yeah, let's do it this way. Listen, if any of you guys want to send me comments on how to do this, I did it quickly, but you know, and then you put the strap. I have compression straps inside the house. Compression straps on there, and hanging at the bottom of the pack, the big pack, and away we're here. So I got a little practicing to do to get better at this, but you get the idea. So this right now weighs 7 pounds, which is ridiculously light. 3 days of food, so you know I can go on a 10-day trip with a 45-pound pack. So now, instead of if I go on a 6-day trip, let's say, a 6-day trip would be about 37 pounds of food for me. Now I add that on there, so a 6-day trip with this is the same as a 10-day trip. It's no big deal. This is 4 days worth of food. All right, so that's the quick at-home review of this, and please, I know I'm a rookie at this, so if any of you guys out there have more experience, send me some comments, let me know what I did wrong. And look forward to trying this on the trail and doing a follow-up review. So, Martyupnorth signing out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.